I gonna do? I don't know, guys. Hi there, it's Timmy Joe. Make a follow-up video to I got an iPhone 8 Plus here, big phone. Tried to use it for a few days. I didn't like it. I just switched back. Didn't even try to switch. I did this video over here where can you convince me to switch? Trying to clickbait people even to watching the video. No one watched it. I mean, I had a problem with it and I had to re-upload it, but let's say theoretically it had like 500 views. Not very well performing, and you can tell that by the comments. 15 comments. Let's see what people have to say. They want me to switch? Tell me why I should switch. I'm an Android user as well. Switch to, no, he doesn't count. Timmy, I like the UI UX on my iPhone 8. The bionic chip is noticeably faster than any other phone I've ever used. Mostly the UI. I really don't use my phone as a phone interface. Okay. Yeah, iPhone makes an OS and they make a product and they put them together. Of course it's going to be awesome and fast, and sometimes it isn't even that great. But I'll give it that, it's meant, the software in it is meant for the hardware. It's going to be pretty good for that. There are literally thousands of Android phones. So Android has to work on a whole whack of hardware, and then, companies like Samsung whittle it down. But in recent years, I find that the skin of Android, even on a Samsung or an LG, has gotten pretty decent. The hardware's gotten really good to where the experience between these two, I like the Android better. Let's keep going. Do a couple battery tests. Nope. Oh, here's one. Read more. Use iTunes. No. Sweet, a nice video while cooking dinner. This 4 minutes in length. It doesn't matter. They're all personal information, metadata to keep track of usage, location of governments, paid targeted advertisements. Is that true? Oh man. So this is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do the old let's talk to Siri and Google, and then we're gonna see what they have to say in a competition of wits. Austin Kutcher face. Sorry. What's the weather? What's the weather?
Okay, here's the weather.
Right now in North Bay, it's 13 degrees and cloudy. Today, there will be scattered showers with a forecasted high of 16 and a low of 11.
Okay, this is a clear winner. One told me the stuff. If I wasn't looking directly at my phone, would be much nicer to get all the relevant information from Google, where Siri's just like, hey, here's a weather card. I'm too lazy to keep talking. What's your name?
Siri, did I forget to introduce myself? I'm your Google Assistant. Hi.
What is the best Cary Grant movie?
Here is some
Here's information from IMDb.
Okay, so we really just got web results on both sides. Who won the 1978 World Series?
The 1978 World Series was won by the New York Yankees.
They won the last game 7-2 on October 17th, 1978.
Interesting. It sounded like Siri's voice changed halfway through that. But they both came up with the information fairly quickly. Let's see. What was Steve Jobs' favorite color?
Okay,
Here's a summary from Macinstein. According to a 1996 Vanity Fair article, Steve once described Flourish as sort of like how you see purple.
Google knew Steve Jobs' favorite color. Siri threw up some web results on answers.com. So I win for Google there. When was Steve Wozniak born?
Steve Wozniak
Steve Wozniak was born on August 11, 1957
years old.
I like that this one gave me, the Apple actually gave me his age. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
About as much ground as a groundhog could hug.
Every woodchuck is different, each with their own hypothetical chucking abilities. Still, from my read of the literature, one would have to chuck at least their own body weight to be competitive.
Well, there you go. So this has some pre-programmed thing. This was a little bit more interactive. The Google, I'd say they're pretty on par. Here, tell me a joke.
One joke coming up. Why are libraries so strict? They have to go by the
the book. Hey Siri, tell me a joke.
Let me think. Nope, can't think of one.
Are you kidding me? Tell me a joke.
The past, present, and future walk into a bar. It was tense.
Alright, I was worried it wasn't actually going to tell jokes, but it was just being a bitch. Let's do a couple more of these. This is, you know, whatever. This is not scientific. This is just me messing around with the iPhone. I'm going to put it back in the box. It's going to leave my life. I just wanted to play around with them. Siri, let's see here. Hey Google.
Very funny. TJ? I mean, not funny, haha, but funny.
Hey Siri.
I'm flattered, but that's not me. I'm your Google Assistant.
I don't
What can
understand.
I do for you?
I'm flattered, but that's not me. But I can search the web for it.
I like how this starts. Alright, so Google's flattered that you're calling her Siri, which is nice. Siri doesn't like it at all. She's just straight up like, hey Google.
I think you've got the wrong assistant. TJ?
Oh, she's like, Timothy Joseph, mister. Nuh-uh. Give me some Rick and Morty quotes.
According to IMDb, Rick, listen, Morty, I hate to break it to you, but what people call love is just a chemical reaction that compels animals to breed. It hits hard, Morty, then it slowly fades, leaving you stranded in a failing marriage.
Literally gave me a quote from Rick and Morty. Hey Siri, give me some quotes from Rick and Morty.
Here's what I found on the web for give me some quotes from Rick and Morty.
So obviously Google does a way better job of reading the web for you a little bit and actually finding some relevant information most of the time that might be fun for you to listen to her speak rather than just throwing up an informational card about some websites that might be relevant. So there is definitely something to the Google Assistant being a lot more baked into the internet and you know, having the ability to have real conversations and stuff like that. So I really, really like that. So alrighty. So iPhone. Why did I do this? I don't know. Thought maybe something got better on this. And maybe that'll be true with that X1 that's coming out. But I have a feeling all the X1 is this phone here with a, you know, screen like this Android phone. One that's been out for a long time. Now, I know that the bezels on that iPhone are a little bit smaller than this one. But, I mean, this has a 5.5-inch screen. This has a 5.5-inch screen. This is a few generations old now. And look at this real estate, the extra real estate the iPhone takes up. So they're just doing something Android's been doing for a while. They're going to shrink the phone down, have a bigger screen in a tinier package. But essentially it's this thing, and this thing does not impress me at all. The camera's half decent, okay? But the software is still iOS, and it hasn't changed since like the original iPhone. And there's some stuff you just can't get around. And the keyboard drives me bananas. And Siri's like 12 generations behind the Android Assistant. And I couldn't make the switch. And the lack of headphone jack. That came up a couple of times. And by the third or fourth time that I was having trouble getting my an email typed because it didn't know all of the words I type, and it was like throwing stuff in there that I wasn't saying. And then I couldn't plug my headphones in. I switched back. And that's my 2 cents. So why did I do this video? I don't know. It's probably been terrible, but I'm at Watch Timmy Joe on Instagram and Twitter, and I think we're going to skip the phone reviews for a couple of weeks at least. That's for sure, because I got all kinds of crazy awesome computer hardware coming, and I appreciate you watching this video, and I don't even know if I'm going to upload it. iPhone 8 review. 12 thumbs down, sideways. 12 thumbs sideways. Keep it sleazy. I'm Audi 5000. Austin Kutcher, I love you.
I'd like to order one large phone with extra phones, please.
Cell phone. No. Rotary. And payphone on half.
That'll keep them busy for a while.